Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, we've seen the tier 9, we've seen the tier 10. I've had my opinion on both tanks. Both tanks I absolutely love. Is the tier 8 new Italian heavy anything like the tier 9 and the tier 10? So we're going to have a look at the stats, we're going to have a look at some games, and then I'm going to make my opinion, which is just my opinion. Anyone can actually disagree with my opinion. Now, I do have to get it off from the start. We are playing this with 76% crew. So yes, we're not max crew, and I get it's not going to be as good, but this is just my first opinion on the tank. So again, we're going to look at this as it's 75% crew. So the DPM actually is better, of course, when you get to 100% crew. So the turret, 177 millimeters on the turret. Yeah, it's okay. You'll get bounces. More so when you're up against tier 7s, but up against tier 9s, you're not going to get too many bounces. Your DPM for 75% crew is 1,898. So again, you're not going to have massive amount of DPM because it is the auto reloader. So do bear that in mind as well. The reload between each shot is 4 seconds as it is, and your reload time is 9.49 for the first and 5.85 for the second. And again, it only has the 2 shells. Your penetration as it is 244 on your AP, 273 on your APCR. So I do run calibrated shells because you will struggle when you do come up against those tier 9s. You've got a 300 alpha gun, which is fairly nice, 250 on your APCR and 390 on your HE. Aim time 4.4, gun dispersion 0.373, and you do have a very, very nice 9 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 38 kilometers per hour. Now again, I can't stress enough, we are only playing this 75% crew, so the tank will get better. I do understand the tank will get better, but actually my opinion on the tank is I like it. Honestly, I really like the tank. I think it is pretty decent, to be fair. And wait, we have just gone into the wrong game. We've just clicked the tier 9. We don't want to play the tier 9. Right, here we go. So, the CC55. I am in a platoon with Fizzo, so yes, if you can work together, just like I said in the other tier, the tier 9 and the tier 10 as well, the Rhinoceronte, yeah, you'll perform a lot better. Naturally, you will perform a lot better in a platoon anyway. But when you're in an auto loader or an auto reloader, always try to work well together. It really will help. Trust me, if you work as a platoon working together, then honestly, like, you'll be surprised. You'll actually perform better. So the CC55 mod 54, as I've said, we are playing it not completely stock, but 75%. We do have all the guns, we have the turret, everything like that. So we're not playing it completely stock. Again, it is one of those tanks that, yeah, it may struggle from time to time up against the tier 9s, but yeah, you come up against tier 7s, yeah, and especially if you are in a platoon with another one, you should be all right. You should be right as long as you work well together. You work well together. Honestly, it can change the outcome of games. Just work well. Work as a platoon. It really, really will help you. So that's not a good start. We're not a good start at all. We've got a tank down. I've lost a little bit of damage, and yeah, I've had to use my repair kit as well. So I'm not going to rush in like Fizzy is. I mean, I know Fizzy's hiding a little bit. I'm hiding behind this wall. We're just going to be a little bit patient because there is going to be tanks that make a mistake, like that Lorraine there. He come out and he's going to pay the price because he's about to die. Hello, Emil 2. Get back in. Stop penetrating me. Get back in and let me kill this Lorraine. So we're just going to reload both shells, and again, that's another thing with the tank. You can reload 1 shell, 2 shells. It's not like a massive issue if you do only reload 1 shell at a time. Of course, it is better if you reload both shells, of course. Now, unlike like the tier 9 and the tier 10, the armor profiles are not special, even on this tank as well. So do bear that in mind. But just a couple of games I had on it. Honestly, I did enjoy the tank. I think it was nice, and it's only going to get better from me in the tank when I do max the tank out. So again, I'll always say it on an auto reloading tank. If you've got a shot then take it. Unless you're only like a second away from reloading. But sometimes even that second can completely change the game, because you might not have the shot off in a second time. So always just look at your reload, look at the tank, and just make that decision. Are you going to have that shot like before you reload the second shell? If you're definitely 100% going to have that shot before the tank disappears, then yeah, then reload your shell. Just like here, you know, we've got the bat chat here. He's going to go away. I do try and get the shot off. I thought, you know, I might just snap that shot. And that would have actually put him down to a one shot and maybe someone else to kill. So yeah, it can also come back to haunt you, especially the hit points. No, the hit points are made, and again, you know, that guy is still alive, and he's just killed one of my tanks. You naughty, naughty boy. But so far, it is now a 2 versus 2. I'm like, okay, as long as this defender can stay alive, as long as he can stay alive, we can do this game. But no, he decides to move. He decides to move so both tanks can actually shoot him. Instead of backing up, where only one tank can shoot him, he decides to go into the middle of the river and just get ripped apart. Like, why would you do that? Knowing that there's 2 tanks there, at least come around the corner so only one tank can shoot you. But nope. Change the outcome. Literally changes the outcome of this entire game, because it could right now be a 2 versus 1. I just get that shot there, and I take another shot, and then this guy thinks I'm on a reload. But now it's like, okay, I need this guy to low roll, and I need him to bounce. What are the chances of that happening? So far, completely stock. I'm on 3.45k damage. Now, this also could be the difference from playing a tank 75% and 100%, because I honestly believe if I was playing this tank 100% crew, it would have been a different outcome. Because one, I would have reload a bit sooner between some of shells, because I think you can see now 5.9 seconds. If you do have 100% crew, it's actually 5.3 seconds. That's almost half a second, almost. Well, it is a half a second, just over half a second. So now I need to do something. Am I going to reload before him? I mean, yeah, we do low roll. Unfortunately, we do low roll. But, you know, 3.8k, 75% I don't think is too bad. So overall, I do think it is a nice tank, the Progetto CT55 Mod 54. I think it is a nice tank, and again, once you do get to that 100% crew, it will be better. But overall, I do think the Tier 8, the Tier 9, and the Tier 10 are pretty solid tanks. I haven't played any further down yet, but I'm sure I will in the coming days. And well played to that Boras. He actually had a really, really good game. So let me know your thoughts on the CC55 Mod 54. Are you like me, a noob, and playing it almost stock? Or is it one of those tanks that you had to just fully crew straight away? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.